It's Wednesday, May 10th. I'm Jessica Coombs with your KENS 5 News Now. Fire crews were busy last night at a vacant house on the south side. This was around 11:45 at a property on March Avenue just east of 281. Fire officials say the house was boarded up, making it difficult to get inside and check for victims. Luckily, no one was found in the building and no one was hurt. Investigators are still looking into what started the fire. A man is in the hospital after police say he was shot multiple times by his son. The shooting happened shortly after 5 yesterday afternoon on Galt Lane on the north side. Officers say the 16-year-old suspect was taken into custody in a parking lot at the Home Depot off of Sunset. At last check, the father was in critical condition. Title 42 is set to expire tomorrow, and officials predict the end of the pandemic-era policy will lead to a spike in migrants seeking asylum here in the U.S. 1,500 federal troops are headed to El Paso to help Border Patrol and the Texas National Guard. The new policy would ramp up deportations for migrants who break certain rules. It would also ban migrants who traveled through other countries on their way to the U.S.-Mexico border from applying for asylum in the U.S. This rule will mostly apply to migrants who cross the border illegally, but won't apply to unaccompanied children. In El Paso, migrants who have crossed over into the U.S. are now turning themselves into U.S. Customs and Border Protection agents. This is new video as dozens of migrants lined up outside the CBP station at the Paso del Norte Bridge yesterday. It's part of a multi-agency enforcement operation that started yesterday. And CBP says they're figuring out if the migrants are eligible for Title 42 expulsion or Title 8 removal proceedings. Migrants are also being vetted to see who could pose a threat to national security or public safety. A loved one of a teenager found dead in a ditch is demanding answers. Police believe the 18-year-old was hit by a car on the southwest side. Fabian Rocha says he saw Jacob Matthew Lopez as a son. He tells us Lopez was riding his bike home on Saturday night when he was killed. It happened on the southbound access road of I-35 South at Kiowa Street. Police say the car that hit him didn't stop. Rocha has a message for that driver.
We would just like for them to turn themselves in, just forgive and continue to remember him in the right light.
He says Lopez was set to graduate next month from Southsend High School, and he was also planning to join the Marines. SAPD didn't give a description of the car that hit Lopez, but they say this investigation is ongoing. Life-saving moments caught on camera. Jourdanton police are releasing video of an officer reviving a man using Narcan. We do want to warn you, though, this may be hard to watch. You're looking at the body cam footage from Sergeant Joshua Walker. The police department says the sergeant made a traffic stop last Thursday, and when the driver started showing signs of illness and admitted to ingesting heroin right before he lost consciousness, that's when the sergeant started to administer the medication. The man eventually regained consciousness and was sent to a medical facility. Bexar County Sheriff Javier Salazar says several units are working to track down a machine gun stolen from a local gun shop. 25-year-old Amber Herring was arrested, but she didn't have that machine gun with her. Police say she took it from a Lone Star handgun near Converse. Arrest documents say Herring used her younger sister, Braylon Sampson's ID card to rent a machine gun at the shooting range. Sampson died last December in a car fire. The sheriff says more charges could be filed against Herring and other arrests could be made. The Texas House voted to remove State Representative Brian Slayton, and it's the first time this has happened inside the chambers since 1927. This follows Slayton's own resignation on Monday. State representatives say this was the right thing to do since Slayton violated House rules and Texas laws by giving alcohol to an underage staffer whom he was having an inappropriate relationship with. Ahead of the vote, committee members told the House Slayton didn't dispute the allegations and still has not expressed remorse or regret. Well, more rain on the way. Maybe Paul's going to tell us what we can expect today. Paul, yesterday we had the rain. Are we going to get some sun today? I know my tomato plants want it.
All right, well, the tomato plants, they shall get it. Yeah, I think we're going to see some sunshine today. Definitely a lot of cloud cover out there this morning, and we'll have mostly cloudy skies, but I think it'll become partly cloudy. Now, with the heating of the day, there's a very slight chance we could pick up a pop-up shower this evening if you have anything planned. Mostly cloudy skies, temperatures mainly in the 80s. Your high today, 85. Next couple of days, better chances of rain as we get closer to the weekend.
All right, thanks, Paul. Well, that's your KENS 5 News now. Thanks for joining me. And remember, if you're in front of the TV, be sure to join KENS 5 Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 7. Thanks for following us online. I'll see you tomorrow.